in the email, if you guys got the email, that I was gonna do the giveaways today, but my husband is sleeping in there, and I feel like to do giveaways and drawings, like it requires excitement, and I'm gonna be like, yay, woohoo! So we'll do that tomorrow, and we'll make the announcements. It'll be during the day when this guy is at work, so we can be loud, okay? So we can go live, and um, I feel like it needs to be exciting, right? Okay, so we won't do that, and also because we have a lot of content to cover. I know Gina, Stacy, and even Melissa may be sharing a little bit of her experience with this clubs, which is really exciting. I heard about it last week, and they are very excited about the results that they're getting. And Melissa said, Paula, I think this is something that the team needs to know about. It may help get more volume, more things, more fun things going on out there. And it's a great loyalty, kind of like doing something different for our customers. So that's always great. They always want something different. So make sure you guys have notebooks, you have pen, paper, that you guys are ready. So just to share a little bit about what's going on this month, if you guys watched the call yesterday, if you have a chance, watch it, especially if you're newer to the team. I feel like some of you that maybe aren't as new, but you're not aware of the improvements in the systems that we have available for everybody for onboarding new reps. I think it's important that you guys know where that's at. If you've been here for like a year or maybe 2 years or whatever, it's not the same. I personally am always growing, always evolving, always trying to identify gaps in what we're doing and always trying to improve. So um, whenever we do the calls like that, it's cool for you guys to also see so that you can pass it on to your teams. Okay, so that's number one. And then number two, just put it on your radar about the bonus, that incentive that the company is doing for us this month. Does anybody have any questions about that? Are you like, what are you talking about? What bonus? Everybody got it? You all got it? Yeah, who's going for bonuses? Raise your hands. Yes? Okay, Vero, I see you. Senior director, yes, ma'am. Luisa, yeah, okay. Who else? Who else is going? Let me see more hands. Let me see. I gotta see some names. Jody, okay. Type in the chat. Let's make it. Let's make it real. What rank are you going for? Type it in the chat. Let's go. Let's put it out in the universe. We'll hold you accountable. You remember this day. This is like you're signing a contract. Yeah. Senior director Colleen. Okay, that is awesome. Executive. Okay, junior rep Luisa. Vero, Luisa. Yeah, Luisa just joined. Luisa, go for more. Senior rep. Let's go. Let's do this. It can happen. Yes. Um, Jody, senior. Jamie, senior rep. Brianna, senior rep. Senior rep. That's awesome. You guys, as a strategy, I would say right now, if you already have your volume, if you're close to you, so make sure that you know what your lifetime volume needs to be. Okay, your lifetime, any volume you put in this month will count towards that group volume. Are we clear? So see where you're at as far as, and you have to commit to that, and that's going to be your contribution to the group volume. And then add a little bit more. Oh, Vero, I love that. What is that? Yes, put it everywhere. So I have my sheets right here, so always know. I mean, I'm not going for any rank advancement right now. It's gonna take a little while, but I got my eyes on presidential. We're gonna take this team to the next level, so that the goal is to get there. I always say, Melissa, no pressure. Okay, so Melissa's team, raise your hand. Let's, you know what? Let's just put it out there. We need to get you guys to double Zaya executive. I'm just gonna say it. I can't go anywhere if you guys don't get to double. If you guys don't get shame, you right? We're a team. We gotta do this. We gotta do this together. And then there's like directors. It's fun. It's fun because it's everybody moving forward. I can't go anywhere without you guys. um and that's not a bad thing. To me, the journey to the next rank excites me, not so much about the title, but the journey to get there. We have to get, like, what got us here today, it's not gonna get us there. So what got you to junior rep is not gonna get you to director. You gotta focus on personal growth. Okay, what do I need to do? Where do I need to improve? Where are my weaknesses? I'm not good at recruiting. Hey, people, team, sponsors, upline, help me. Are my conversations sucking? Can you please review this conversation with me? Can we role play? Can you go back and watch some videos from the library of the recruiting videos? Refine your skills. Okay, what you learned last week is useless this week. Like, we're always refining our skills. If you're not doing that, yeah, Mel, no pressure, no pressure. I told Tracy, I'm like, okay, Melissa, Andrea, we need to get them to double Zaya. So anyway, so that's teamwork. So I just wanted to give you guys, put that in your mind. Like, if you are a director and you want to get to executive, so I heard a quote the other day, and I hope I don't mess it up, but this one is a good one to write and keep in mind. What got you to Egypt is not gonna take you to the promised land. If anybody's religious, like, you know, right? That's how the quote goes. Okay, anyway, we can Google it. Anyway, so make sure you're aware of that. See where your numbers are, okay? Keep those numbers in mind. Like, okay, this month I need to sell, let's say you need to sell 10,000. Your group volume needs to be 10,000 this month. Or let's say a junior rep, your volume needs to be, your lifetime volume needs to be 1,500. Your group volume needs to be 600. You need a rep. Think about those numbers divided. There's 30 days. Now it's like the fourth. Okay, so let's say 25 days. How much volume do you need to sell per week? How much do you need to sell per day? When you start your day with intention, it's like everything wants to help you get to that goal. So let's say it's $30 a day. It's $100 per day. Now you're more intentional about your time, about where you're putting your energy, where you're focusing your attention, because it's very easy to get super distracted. So with that being said, we have the amazing Gina Vargas, sometimes known as Gia's something. You'll see different names, or you'll see Gina V, that's her Facebook name. But we have Gina and we have Stacy Walsh, who are both, yeah, there you guys are. They are both under Melissa's team. And they've been doing these clubs, and the clubs, they're gonna explain it better, but it's a fun way to do something different with your customers and just putting a different twist to a party. So I think it's really fun. So Gina's stats, I don't know who's gonna speak first, but I'll just go, I'll go ahead with Gina's stats. She's a mom of 2, and Gina, show us your belly, show us, I haven't seen you. Yeah, was. Are you really showing? I don't believe you. Okay. So cute. So she's pregnant, and so she's an executive. She's an executive rep. She has a team of 86 reps. She joined last year, but she really started working her business with more focus and all in January. And so far, she has a personal volume of 85,000, almost 86,000. The majority of this volume has been since January. I will tell you guys something. She is a hard worker. I don't even know how she does it. I don't know what she puts in her freaking water, but she's a machine. And she has a very supportive husband, right? Mike, I know, I got you, Mike. Stacy, so yeah, Mike, you're awesome too. Husband of the year. Because mine's sleeping. Okay, and we have Stacy Walsh. Stacy has a team of 35 reps, right, Stacy? Maybe? Yeah, reps. 35 reps. She joined in January, and she sold a lifetime volume of 36,000, almost 37. So they were both with previous companies before. So I just want you guys to know this. We gotta be, this is not like they just woke up and they're like machines and like everybody like, oh yes, oh my God, it happened overnight. No, they have some following, they have some experience, they have some posture, okay? Like they already know how the business works. So they've had a lot of success, and now this is a way to put creative ideas into place, because people get bored of the same thing. So this is like, you hit your customers with something fun. This is a great twist to it. So I will just sip my mouth now, and let's go ahead and get started, you guys. I'll unmute you. I think Stacy, you're starting, right?
Yeah, so thank you so much, Paula, for even asking me, because I have such a passion for this. And you're talking about rank advancements, and this is going to help. I feel, for me, this is going to help me and my team, and I think it can help all of you with that lifetime volume, but also the group volume for your teams, right? So I did come from another company, and I just want to share this little nugget. I had zero interest in doing this business because I had a very successful direct selling business with another company. I joined for the discount. So when someone says, and I said to the person I joined under, whose name was Paula, I met through clubs. If it wasn't for clubs in my other business, I would not be at Zaya. But I said, I'm not going to do this business. I'm just here for the discount. I am 100% focused and all in on my other business. And then life circumstance changes for people. So I would just say, somebody says to you, you know what? I'm only going to do it for the discount. A lot of times that's fear talking, because they're afraid to let any expectations out. But for me, I really was going to. And then I saw the opportunity. The other thing, my life circumstance changed, and now here I am. But because of clubs, that is how I was able to have a successful personal business in my other company. And it is my passion, and it is what I love, because it's growing relationships. So yes, does it increase sales? Yes, does it give me income every single month? And I don't have to work as hard at like dialing for dollars or doing a booking blitz and calling people up over and over asking for parties. I do ask for parties, I do, but this I already have parties on my calendar for the next X amount of months because I have club members. So you're probably thinking like, what is a club? So I call it, in my other business, it was my VIP club. But now, because it's Zaya, I call it my ZIP club, Zaya Important Person. And so I do have some people who followed me over as customers. And so they were excited, and they kind of pushed me to start them with this company. And then with a little push from Gina too, we started networking. She really got me to like, let's just get going with it, because like you said, she's a hard worker. She's a go-getter. She's like, I don't want to wait on this. I want to go. So what is a club? It is where we take 4 women, and I try to get the 4 women to get together themselves, but oftentimes that's a stumbling block. So I'll say, listen, you get 4 women, and you either get 4 of your friends, or I will group you together. You're going to commit for 4 months to spend $50 with me, or you can collect a $50 order. So why do you want to do that? You're going to transform your wardrobe over the next 4 months. You're going to budget yourself, shop a little at a time. We know that's not really what happens, but in their mind, that's what they're thinking, because you know what, they can't resist, because most of our club members are our passionate shoppers who love the product. But during that 4-month period, one time during that 4-month period, you're going to get all the perks or hostess rewards. I try to kind of take the hostess part out of it, because I think sometimes that word hostess kind of scares people off, because like, well, I have to do a party. And to some people, party feels like work. But that's really what it is. So when I get 4 people together, we have, and if they only do the minimum, which they don't, but if they only did the minimum, then they would have an entry level party of $200. So they would get a $25 or $20 free and 1 half price. So if they do nothing else, they're going to get $20 free and 1 half price item, but they typically do more, right? And what they do is they share their link with their friends. They do an online party. And so how you're booking parties is like, you're just booking parties already through these clubs. So I have notes. I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. So what I do for my clubs, and this is how in my other business, I primarily, as I went on over the years, it was my main source of getting income and growing my network. I met Paula McDonald, my sponsor, from someone who was in a club, introduced me to her. And then she introduced me to some of her friends. So I never would have known them had it not been for clubs. So it guarantees that you're going to have parties every single month. It creates loyalty within your customers, because when Paula asked me to do a party, I don't typically like to do parties for other direct sellers because I feel like I'm taxing my people already when I'm wanting them to shop with me. But because Paula had been a repeat customer, she had shopped with me twice, 2 cycles. My clubs were with my other company, they were 6 months. So she had shopped with me for a year. So when she came to me and said, I'm doing Zaya, would you do a party for me? I was like, absolutely, 100%, because she was loyal to me. I'm going to be loyal back to her. So why do women want to do that? So they're going to transform their wardrobe, but they're also going to get perks. And I'll say to people when I explain it to my customers, I'm going to say, listen, I go to the same hairdresser every 5.5 weeks because I'm riddled with gray hair. Never once, when I've been going to the same hairdresser month after month after month, never once has she said to me, you know what, Stacey, you come here all the time. I'm going to give you a discount. I'm going to like have your whole hair treatment or your whole experience today be half price. I'm going to give you a coupon for $20 off, which would be our base level rewards. I'm going to give you a coupon for $20 off. No, they never do that. Sometimes I don't even say thank you. You know what? I tip them. That's the funny thing. I go to the same grocery store. No one ever says, oh my gosh, Stacey, thank you for coming here. There's like 9 grocery stores within like a 10-mile radius. I could go to any single one, but why do I keep going back to the same one? I want people to keep shopping with me. They can shop Lululemon, they can shop Athleta, they can shop Target, they can shop Amazon. I want them to shop with me. So I make them feel special. So not only are they getting the perks from the host rewards once in that 4-month period, because you know they're going to shop anyway, and they know they're going to shop anyway. Now they're going to get something for it. Like I would love it if I went to the grocery store and they handed me a $20 gift card. I would be thrilled with that, right? But so I create loyalty that way. They feel rewarded. They feel special. What I do, and Gina's going to talk about this too more, what she's been doing. It's really, she's knocking it out of the park. I also do things for them, like I offer them a perk. So they're feeling exclusive, it's special for just them. So the perk I'm doing, I did it different with my other company, but the perk I'm doing for Zaya is I'm offering them free shipping every time they shop, because I don't want them to hesitate when they see a new release to shop again, or they see a restock to shop again. I want them to continually shop without fear. So do I have the expense of the free shipping? Yes. Is it worth it to me? Absolutely, 100%, 100%. Doing this in my other business, and I am new here. I didn't really start doing Zaya till March when my life situation changed. But in my other company, in 6 years, I sold over $650,000, and it was majority of personal volume, and it was majority through these clubs. Right. So if I spend a little bit of money to kind of make them feel special and valued, then
I have a question for you, Stacey, before we move about the shipping. How do you have them message you to get the free shipping, or
this
how do
is
you get
genius, which I found out. Thank you, Melissa, because you changed my life, Melissa, because you told Gina and Gina told me. I love networking with brilliant women. What we did is I just bought a $100 gift card, and I put the code in. They have their own, the way we do it, Gina and I do it, they have their own special group. So I put them in an exclusive Facebook group, which I share special perks, special things for just them. I talk about what I'm doing in my regular VIP, like when somebody places an order through the VIP group, then I also share, I thank them in both groups. And I'll also say to them, thank you, Laura, for your ZIP order for your team. So I've made little teams, and we've made a friendly competition. So what I want is these women to compete against each other to have the highest parties. And so I'm offering a little perk for them as well each month. And then I kind of just pump it up each time, like, oh, we got another order for your team. So we have really cute team names. So we use the products for team names. So we have like a Team Luxe, a Team Brilliant, a Team Bomber, Team All-Star. And so I'll be like, yay, Laura, hashtag Team Luxe. You know, you just got another order. And then we show them the standings of how high their sales are in their party. I'll say like, oh my gosh, you know, Team Luxe is pulling ahead. Share your link, ladies. Did you see those restocks? And so they're going to get a little perk from that. Last month, I used host rewards to give the winning ladies a small gift certificate. And then at the end of the cycle, whichever club has the cumulative highest sales is going to get a special thing from me. I haven't figured it out what it's going to be yet, but it'll be something fun. But the free shipping, they literally have their own code. I can see they're all really sweet women. They're not going to abuse that, but they just go in and put that code in. But they feel like, oh my gosh, I don't offer free shipping to anybody else. only, I used to do free shipping on certain days. No one else gets free shipping. If you want free shipping, then you need to be in a club. The other thing I do for mine, and what I love to do when I was with my other company, and I'm doing it here and I'm loving it here, is I do what I call happy mail, and I send very small little things in the mail. So there is a slight expense for me. You don't have to do any of this, but this is what works for me. And the reason why I do it, I was just going to show you what I sent this month to show you how little it is. I get really cute little mailers. And then just last month, what I sent to them was, I went to Bath and Body Works and I saw these hand sanitizers. So I bought every single one that they had, and it said beautiful day on it. Now we're all using that crappy hand sanitizer, so you couldn't get these forever. So just getting a really sweet smelling hand sanitizer with a little phrase on there. So I just said, I put a little note in there to each one, and I always put confetti, like the little confetti that you get at the stationery store. They always get confetti, so that when they open it, it's like a big fun thing. But just sending these two things out. Why do I do that? Because they feel valued by me. They get treats in the mail. Like, how many of your friends do you know whose husband doesn't do anything on Valentine's Day, or they don't get a birthday card, they don't get anything special? This makes them feel like, you know what, I appreciate you. I'm thankful that you're making an impact on my family. Because of you, I personally can stay home. I'm not saying disclaimer, and I don't know if everybody can do that, but because I stay home and this is my full-time job, because of you, you're having an impact on my life, and I appreciate you. So thank you so much. And I'm telling you, I've had women stay with me for years. And what I'm sending this month is, I got these socks. I usually get fun little ones, not these in particular that I'm sending this month, but I got some at the dollar store, but they're upstairs. I get them at the dollar store, and I put a little note in there and I say, you knocked my socks off. Thank you for being a ZIP. I've also sent candy saying, you're in for a sweet treat for being a ZIP, like something that sometimes costs, this is probably the most expensive thing I send, because it was like $2.40. But usually it's something from the dollar store, and they go crazy. I take pictures of it as I'm putting it in my car, and I'm going to the post office. And then I ask them, I'll send a couple of them little private messages. Listen, they'll say like, oh my gosh, they'll send me a little message. Thank you for the happy mail. And I'll say, could you do me a favor? Can you post it in the group? They're like, heck yeah, I will. So let me just see where else I wanted to say. And then I'm gonna let Gina talk, because she's really crushing it. How do I get them to join? How I get them to join is, I ask, I talk about it, I send out personal messages. Do I share on my VIP page? Yes. Do I get the most results by actually speaking to people and talking to them? That's where I get my traction. It's not just posting. For me is advertising, but that's not how I make money in my business. It's forming those relationships with people. I ask them for referrals. If I get 3 women and I need 1 more for the 4th, I ask them, who do you know who? Can you refer somebody to me? I share it in my parties. I send an email out to my back office. I think we forget about email. So I don't read email, but a lot of people read email. So I want to make sure I send an email out through my back office, because I have people that did parties with me, that shop with me, that never joined my VIP group. They just didn't, but they still want to stay connected and know what that next offer is. And so that is how I get them to join. A blended approach, but it's mostly from actually asking. And what I want to share before I stop talking is my clubs last month. I only have 4 right now. But that means I have 4 parties every single month before I do anything, right? So, but last month was my first month. So of my 4 clubs, 3 of them chose to not do a party, did not do a party. Okay, 1 did a party, and that's because she's from my other business and she knows how this works. She did a party. Her party came to $2,400. So she got a ton of rewards, and I'm telling everybody how much she got. The other group, the other 2 parties were in the high 6 and high 700s. Now, those high 6 and $700 parties, I didn't do anything for that. Like, I didn't have to actually do a party. So maybe I spent $100 in free shipping and some like little treats in the mail, but I didn't actually have to do anything because they didn't do a party. So, but I will be talking to the other ladies about like, oh, Team Lux last month did a party. When I talked to my hostesses this month and let them know it's your month to get all the rewards. You know, last month, Carrie got $270 worth of free, and I think like 8 or 9 half price items. Would you like to add a party in as well? I talked to them and I asked them. So my commission on just my clubs was $1,277. And that was just for my clubs. That wasn't for the other part of my business as well. Okay, Gina.
Okay, hi guys. My name says Melissa Sutherland on there because it automatically logs me in, but I'm Gina Vargas, Gina V on Facebook. So no, it says Melissa. It's kind of weird, but hi, I'm so excited to be here. So when Stacy introduced this to me, my mind was just blown when she told me what it did in her last business. And I was like, this is genius. Like, I had to just run with it. So I did. And I'm going to tell you the results of July because I did this for a whole month already. And at the very, after I explain a little bit how I do it, at the end, I'll tell you what my results were, which it blew my mind. So I had my best month ever in July, and I've had some really good months. So for it to be my best month, it was pretty incredible, and I'm excited for August. So what I call my club, I call it the U Club. So you can call it whatever you want. And I like it to be, I did a spin where when I introduced it to my VIP group, I said, you know, women usually don't spoil themselves. They don't pamper themselves. They sit last, they eat last. So this is really about you and treating yourself every once in a while. So just like Stacy said, it's a group of 4 women and you all commit for 4 months to spend $50. And you're basically just slowly building a wardrobe and treating yourself to some new activewear. So that's kind of how I spun it to my group. And I had a really good response. In July, I actually I have 9 clubs in July. I have 11 now. But before I get there, so the whole idea behind this is to work smarter, not harder, because you want to create residual sales and sales that are just, you don't have to go fighting for them. You don't have to, you know, they're loyal shoppers. Like Stacy said, they're already shopping with you. So you're giving them extra incentive and a reason to keep shopping with you. And I also offer free shipping. I mean, we're getting restocks twice a day sometimes. We're getting new releases every week. There's people that are like, oh, I just ordered. Can I, you know, is there a way I can add it to my order? And like, you feel bad. Like, I don't want to pay shipping twice a day. But our frequent shoppers know that if they don't order, when things restock, it's going to sell out. So they're going to order and they're going to have to pay shipping twice. So this is like, that incentive alone, I think, is a great reason to join the club because you're getting free shipping. And it is totally worth it. Like Stacy said, and I'll tell you guys my numbers. I spent $300 on the free shipping in July. But when you see the commissions, it's like worth every single penny. And you don't have to offer free shipping. That's just what we do. You can run it however you want. There's no rules. It's, you know, do it however you want. But that's like a big incentive is free shipping. The other big incentive is that, you know, obviously, just like Stacy mentioned, every hostess, every member in the club gets their own turn at being the hostess. So that's why there's a 4-month commitment, why there's 4 people, and you're automatically getting first tier rewards, and you are most likely going to get way more than that. So they're getting the hostess rewards. That's incentive. And then the other big incentive is that we added a little friendly competition. So we do, well, I do, Stacy does, you don't have to again, but we do open a separate group for our VIP of VIP clubs. And that's the way that I communicate to them their free shipping code. You know, I can't give that out to everybody. So I have a little forum and I have a pinned post at the very top of the group with all of the team names, because I give them all cute little names, Team Bombers, Team Havana, Team Lux. I make it really fun. And they're all part of their own little team. And then I give them their own shopping link. They all shop that link the whole month. And of course, their free shipping code. And so I say at the beginning of the month what the friendly competition is, and the club with the highest amount of sales at the end of the month, which gives them incentive to go tell all their friends and basically go be an ambassador for me and just bring in sales for me because they want to win. I give them an extra prize at the end of the month. So last month I did, it was like simple and it's not coming out of my pocket. I'll explain how I do that in a second. But at the very end of the month, I say, and I always update too, like weekly or maybe a couple times a week. They were asking me all month, like, hey, what's our numbers? Where are we at? So I update constantly in that group and I say, here's the numbers, here's where we're at. This is the top group. And I just write their numbers, where they're at with their party, their tier, their level. So they're excited and they want to win. You know, most people naturally girls, we're competitive, so we want to win. And so the perk for July was so simple. It was the winning club that had the highest sales at the end. The hostess got an extra half off item, and the other 3 club members got a $25 gift card. Simple. This month, I just introduced, I said the winning club, all 4 members will get a free tank top. So it's something small, but it's just something fun that they can earn on top of their rewards and on top of free shipping. It's just an extra little perk. So the friendly competition really helps because it drives sales, and you can constantly put those numbers out there and make it fun. So the other key to this is getting your hostess of the month to host a party outside of their little group of 4. So out of the 9 clubs at the end of the month, I only had 2 people that took advantage of hosting a party out of 9. So my goal this month is to obviously get at least half of my clubs to host a party. I mean, if I'm the hostess of the month and I'm already getting a $200 tier, because that's the minimum that you're getting, you're already like almost to the 2nd tier. So you only need to go do $400 at a party, and you're going to get much greater rewards, plus all the other shopping that your group of 4 is going to do the whole month. So my top club did $2,200. The club under that did $1,700. 6 clubs hit top tier, and then 3 clubs hit 2nd tier. They were between $600 and $800. So every single club, remember, the minimum is $200. Like, these people are committing to $50 for people. It's $200, and they all did $600 or greater. So more than likely, they're going to do a lot more than the minimum. They're your frequent shoppers. They're your loyal shoppers. They're spending money anyway. So we're just spoiling them and giving them rewards. So yeah, the key to growth and the residual sales and the constant growth is hopefully getting the hostesses to host outside of the club, because then you're getting your stuff in front of new customers, potential new reps, and that's how we grow parties. That's the bread and butter. So you want to get parties, and you want to get parties from the parties. You know how it works. So that is like the key. That's hopefully what happens. So let's see, what else was I going to say before I tell you guys how amazing the month ended up? But yeah, I guess that's kind of like the gist of it. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any questions, drop it in the chat. But all right, so you might not start with 9 clubs. It may take, you may start with 1. One of my teammates did it. She had 1 club, but that's a guaranteed party. It was $1,000 club. So it was $1,000 sales that she brought in. You're incentivizing your shoppers to shop more, basically. And I think Christy did it. She started the middle of July. I think she started with 5 clubs. So everyone's going to start at a different pace. If you have a really engaged group, you may end up starting off with a little bit more interest. You may have to go to your order history and go to all your frequent shoppers and reach out to them and tell them why you think they should join the club. Be like, hey, I really want to spoil some of my best VIPs. I'm offering this club, and tell them why they would benefit. So you may have to go and ask to get some clubs going. But hopefully once it's going, the ball's rolling, and then you can share that success in your regular VIP group and bring more people in, which I did in August. Just now I said, this is what July did. I'm opening it up August 1st. I'm closing it on August 3rd. You guys have 3 days to decide if you want to be in a club. And I got 8 more members, which is 2 more clubs. So that's 8 shoppers. So my July month, because numbers, like, it's a touchy subject, but it's real. Like, numbers don't lie. So my clubs, I started with 9 clubs, 36 members, okay? Because it's 4 per club. The minimum sales, if they all just did $50 before tax and shipping, they made a $50 purchase as they committed, it's $1,800, okay? I don't know about you guys, but who wouldn't want an $1,800 month of sales? I mean, that's pretty good. And a commission on that, 28%, is $500. So you can just bring in $500, I mean, with 9 clubs, of course, but it's the potential. So what they actually did, that's the minimum. That is what I was guaranteed. That's what they committed to. So I'm like sitting here on July 1st and 2nd with everybody making their $50 order. It's like July 2nd. I'm like, holy, I'm at $1,800 in sales because they made their initial commitment. Well, by the end of the month, the sales ended up being $10,365, and that is just from the club members. That's it. So clearly they shopped way more than the minimum. 2 people hosted a party, only 2 out of 9. So to me, that's like huge potential, because if I can get them to all host a party, I mean, I could potentially double my sales. I don't know. I'm excited to see. And on that 10,365, which is just the club sales, the commission check would be $2,900. That's 28%. So you're looking at almost $3,000 for your family. I spent $300 in free shipping. So I don't know about you, but if I'm getting a $3,000 paycheck, I can spend $300 on free shipping, because they may not shop if, as much if they have to continue to pay shipping. They make it. I just order it all pulled off, whatever. So to me, it's worth it. The free shipping. I mean, you can cap it. You can give everybody $20 shipping limit if you want. If you're not there yet, totally cool. So for August, I added 2 more clubs. I had 8 more people interested. I opened it up for 3 days. I said, if you want to join, let's do it. So I got 8 more people interested. So now I have 44 committed members in my clubs. 44 loyal shoppers. Chances are they're not going to shop with other people because they want all of their money to be in a club. So you're creating loyalty. You're creating a community. These people they're shopping together. It's like girls hanging out shopping. I mean, no one's going out right now, so it's fun. You're creating more than just sales. It's a community, like Stacy mentioned. So with 44 members, I mean, $50 minimum purchase, I'm already at $2,200 in sales minimum. So that commission $600. So I'm excited for August. I don't know what the result's going to be. I do have 5 people that committed to a party. I opened up those parties. This party's lasting all month. So I'm running it just like a regular party where I just post, 2-3 days of highlighting the catalog. And then I'm sharing restocks, new release Wednesdays, popping in an outfit of the day. That's pretty much it in the parties. They run themselves after that. And I'm not doing extra work, even though it's 5 parties, like plus the 11 club parties that are just shopping on a loyalty link. Is there a question?
Yeah, question,
Okay.
Gina, about what you said. Have you ever had, or what would you do if it hasn't happened yet, that somebody doesn't buy the $50?
So
Yes.
I've been doing this for years, and so I have to say, I've probably been doing it 4 years, and they grew over time. 2 times I had people not place the order. One person said her husband lost his job and she couldn't justify the spending. And so it's about relationships, because we're always going to get a random order here or there. So I would just funnel that order there. And I did have someone during COVID, when it first started, they said they couldn't place their order. But I have had to say to people, but it's different. My company is different. We have new release Wednesday. So these women can't resist, and they're going to shop on Wednesday. But I did have to, at the end, when it was getting close to the end of the month, say to them, oh, don't forget, I would just send them a cute little message. Oh, here's your link for shopping. Debbie is super excited to get her goodies, so we're hoping to close tomorrow. So just a little hint, a little reminder. Oftentimes they forget because they're busy, but this is a different business. I don't think they're ever going to forget Nzia, because that new release Wednesday is genius. It's a reason to reconnect with them every single week. But I've never had anybody. Now I have had people join my team, and if they want to join my team, heck yeah, join. And so I'll just somehow cover that. And I was able to somehow, this is what I did though. So I didn't let them know that I wouldn't let the other group members know that person joined my team. I would always just put my sister in so my sister would be in, like, some months you'd have a couple ladies join because they love the product. We should be talking to them about joining. I would rather that if they're shopping with me every month, these are people I need to have sponsoring conversations with. But if they end up joining my team, I would love that, because over time, they're going to be, they're never going to buy as much as they could bring in as a rep. I always say to my team and my other company, they say, but this is my best customer. I don't want to lose my best customer. And I said to them, so I sold over $600,000 in the time I was with that other company. I never would have been that good of a customer to the woman who sponsored me. I never would have had that many parties. I never would have bought $600,000 worth of that product to ever have made it. So it was way better for her to have me join. So don't be afraid to have your team members join. The other thing is, so if they join, I just put my sister's name in there so it looks like there's somebody in that spot. And then we all get random orders every single month. And if you're building those relationships with your customers, a lot of times you can have your customers say, I'll take your order for you. Let me take your order for you. And then if I just have a random order that month, I will put it in under the party. So that's
so I was going to say that, like, if somebody told me they couldn't do it, I would, if it's like the middle of the month or at the end of the month, I would probably just transfer the order. No big deal. I'm not going to let that club fall because of that. If it's the hostess that can't do it, I mean, that doesn't really affect anybody unless it's going for a competition, but I would just transfer an order. And if that doesn't work, or if that's not an option, then I would try to fill the spot. I mean, you can usually have a couple girls that are waiting to get in, so you can maybe try and fill the spot, but for the most part, you just work it out. I mean, you just transfer a $50 order and everybody's pretty understanding. I don't think anyone would, it's a club, it's shopping. So I don't think it would be, no one's going to get really upset if nobody does it, but I would just transfer the order and then fill the spot next month. And I was going to say something to what Stacy said. Oh yeah. So it's a good idea to drop, the hint as far as joining the team. So I was thinking that, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are all having $1,000 parties. I mean, the hostess of the month can cash in their host rewards and become a rep and put it towards the enrollment kit. And I'm like, how can I spin this without making it sound like icky? Like, okay, now who wants to join the team? Like, I don't want it to sound like that. So I just, I put it out there. I said, if anybody ever wanted to join the team, just know you will not be letting your club down. I have a wait list. Don't worry, your spot will be filled. If it's something you really want to do, we can still do it. Because I don't want people to be like, oh, I want to join the team, but I don't want to leave my club behind. I'm committed for 4 months. So I dropped the line. I haven't had anyone do that yet. It's only been a month, but actually I do have one person this month. She wanted to join last month, but she wasn't the hostess of the month. So she wanted to wait for her month, which is this month. So I told her, I said, you can, I'll fill your spot. No big deal. So I'm trying to get her a good party. So maybe she'll join. So just keep that in mind. This is a good way to maybe recruit it also, if you think they'd be a good rep. So I would just make them not feel bad about it. Like, I'll fill your spot. No big deal. No one's gonna, it's a great, plus, I mean, they're basically running a business themselves, really. They're bringing in their own sales. So there's that aspect of recruiting. And then one other thing I want to say, I think Stacy had a question too, and I saw it pop up. So I'll answer that in 1 second. So at the end of the month, what I did, I had a bunch of like spillover orders. So like all these parties that went to $800, if I wasn't able to split it into 600 and 200, which I do a lot for my hostesses to give them more rewards. If I don't have enough to do that, or maybe it's a $750 party and I can't make it into 2 parties, I transferred all the orders that didn't go towards a tier. So I had $512 of extra sales that was not going towards a tier. They already had $1,000. They already had 600. It didn't affect their tier. It was extra orders. So I drafted a long email to transfer orders. It took a lot of time and a lot of math, but I did it at the very end of the month. The last day of the month, I transferred out $512 of sales, and I opened up a new link. So I just called it like party or something. I don't know. So what I'm doing to spoil my winning club, this is why it's not coming out of my pocket, I'm using my spillover. So I'm not, giving everybody a $25 gift certificate to the winning club members who got the highest sales out of my pocket. I'm just going to go cash out that party, which is basically all orders from the U Club anyway. So you're not coming out of pocket, which is kind of a nice relief because, you're already doing free shipping, and maybe not everybody can, just start throwing out gift certificates. I know it's not easy to do. So I went and calculated. So like the parties, like I said, that didn't hit that next tier, I transferred out the order. I'm still using it for the club. I mean, I could just gift it if I wanted to and just pick some random winners, which if I don't have rewards to give to people, I may do that. If I have an extra $200 party sitting there from extra rewards, I can just pick random names from the club members and just give them some stuff. So those are just all the little sweet perks that they can get from being in the club. So that's how I did the rewards. And then I think, Stacy, did you ask when we cashed it out? I think that was the question. Where's the chat? I can't find it. I'm not good at Zoom. Was that your question, Stacy? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so one of the questions is, blah, 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 when do they cash in the rewards at the end of the 4 months and split it up
Okay.
accordingly?
Yes. So
How do
at the
you
end
pick
of the month.
hostess? I think, how do you pick the hostess?
Oh, I randomly assigned. So if someone recently had a party with me, I put them towards the end of the cycle because I didn't want them to bug their friends like the next month. But I just Stacy told me to randomly assign because people will fight and be like, well, this is my birthday month, or this is a 5 new release Wednesdays in this month. I don't know. You don't want to like cause that. So I just said, guys, are randomly assigned, and people, no one questioned it. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I just randomly assigned. And like I said, if they recently hosted, I put them towards the end. Yeah, you can do random.org. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, so it's not.
I said it was random, but it's never random. There's nothing ever random. We think everything through, right?
Yeah. But I have, so every hostess, they can cash it out whenever, really. I mean, the rewards, they don't have to cash it out right away, but I think I already have 6 parties closed because it's all spillover from the end of the month. So it looks like I have all these parties from last month, but I just say, whenever you're ready, cash it out. So we cash it out at the end of the month. And then actually Stacy, her and I agreed, well, when we were brainstorming this whole how to do this club thing, we said at the end of the 4-month cycle, we're going to do like a grand prize. So, you know, something bigger than just, you know, free tank top. So we're going to do like whoever had maybe sales over the whole entire course of the 4-month cycle. So just friendly competition. It works.
One of the things I'm looking to do at the end, using the rewards, because, you know, we always have an open party in our back office. And so one of the things I've been thinking about, and maybe we'll brainstorm about this, Gina, is just doing an exclusive for my team, just like a bra bingo or some kind. In my other company, people loved bingo, which I thought was crazy, but they loved it. But if I have X amount of host rewards, just like let them win, you know, we'll do bingo and then only they get to be in it. We talk about it a lot. And just the club members, if they rejoin, they'll get an extra bingo card. If they refer a friend, they get an extra bingo card. And I could give away using my credits from the open parties that I have. I can give away a pair of leggings. I can give away a tank top. I can give away a bra, things like that. They don't know that I got it for free. They might think I'm buying it for them. They don't know. But just to do little things like that, because at the end of the 4 months, you want them to join again. Like I did have in my other company, I had people that would buy from me over a year and a half, 2 years. Like they would just keep re-upping because they felt so special. It's all about building that relationship. This is a huge relationship builder in your business. Huge.
I'm just reading through the questions here. Yes, each person commits to $50 a month. Dawn, you asked that. And then someone asked if somebody hosts a party, is it a separate event? Yeah, it's a separate event because they're inviting their friends and their family. So it's just like a regular party, but they use their shopping link, their group shopping link, their club link. So the link's the same, but the event is just like a party. I just keep it open all month. I don't know. I think that's all the questions.
Question about how did you present it to them? Did you post about Stacy, you did share, you message, right? But do you feel like the explanation, was it worth it putting it on video or doing video, text, like the whole?
Yeah, I did both. I wrote a post, I broke it down, like this is, you know, I did the whole, what Stacy said about, you know, if you go shopping at the grocery store, you're not going to get a free item. You're not going to get a gift card at your hairdresser. Like that doesn't happen. So this group is really to spoil you guys. And then she does the IPs. I did a U Club, and I talked about how, you know, women should pamper ourselves more and treat ourselves more. So I did that kind of spin as the introduction, and then I broke it down. And I mean, I can read it if you want, but I just broke down the details in a post, and I pinned it to the top, and then I went live and I discussed it because a lot of people, they want both. So I went live and talked about it, and I did a post.
Mel, what is this link? Is it there? Did you put it on?
I just dropped my invite in a Google Doc. So I would appreciate it if you guys would change the words a little bit. Yeah. Even though I totally stole part of it. So.
Oh, you dropped what I wrote?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's how I put down.
I dropped what I stole from you and rewrote.
Right. So I was gonna say, since you guys know more and you have like more wording now, everybody, change the wording always, because like today,
Facebook.
you guys, you have no idea how many OUR of the same image I've seen today. The donation that Zaya is gonna do tomorrow, it's a great call. Change it up a little bit before you post it. Put a frame, a background, flowers, I don't know, something, because it's the same image. And what happens, imagine 30,000 people putting the same image out there. We're all going to jail. Facebook jail. So change it up a little bit, not the same. Oh, that's a great post. Copy paste, bam.
Come up with your own little name, make it your own. It's fun. You know, you want to brand yourself and make it yours, and it's not going to sound like you if you don't write it. So, you know, you want to be authentic to your group.
And I like so if we take this Google document, girls, and you don't mind sharing your wording, and then like now you have a better idea and we can change it up a little bit or a lot. And the other thing that I was gonna say is what you said, I think it was you, Gina, like start with 4. Like don't overwhelm yourself with 9 or I don't know, 18 groups, and then you're going nuts. That's not, start with 1 and make it exclusive. If you get the hang of it, like, okay, I got the hang of it, I know how to do it. If you feel like you can handle more, obviously do more, but don't think, oh, this is too hard, I can't do it. You can, I'm sure, I'm volunteering you guys, but I know that if you, just from talking to them, I know that if you message them and you ask them a question, they're gonna help you. Stacy, Melissa, Gina, everybody that's doing them. Who else did them? Chris, I mean, ask on the team page, and we can all make this work. I'm personally running to Target tomorrow.
I ran to Amazon.
At Target. So I think that what I had in my previous company is I needed 6 for it to work in my previous company because our minimum order was $35. So I would have team members say to me, well, I could only get 4. I can only get 3. If you can only get 2, then you start using those other women. I would say, you know what, if you can, for every person you refer to me, you're going to get Happy Mail. I'm usually non-specific about when I say Happy Mail, what you're going to get. People are just so grateful for just to be seen and valued and appreciated. Like, no one ever says thank you to me, literally, for doing the dishes. Or think about women, and it's the feels. Women are all about the feels. How do they feel? Do they feel taken advantage of, or do they feel special? You make them feel special with the littlest thing, the smallest little thing. And they are going to be so, I mean, I am so thankful from just the littlest thing. And so I think that you say to them, you know what, if you refer somebody, for every referral that you bring into me, I'm going to send you a little Happy Mail, a little treat. And then whatever it is I find, I send it. But they feel so happy then. And I think that just keep asking and keep talking about it and say, I have a wait list, create exclusive, you know the word. Create that feeling.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go to your frequent shoppers. I mean, you guys probably can think of 4 people that shop with you, hopefully. And if you can't, maybe you can think of 1 and go tell that person to invite 3 friends. Like, if someone wants to join a club, like, they start tagging people usually. They're like, hey, do you want to do this? And they'll tag 3 of their friends. So that's the idea behind it. Like, you want them recruiting new people for you. You know, you don't want to just be like, I mean, that's the idea, is to hopefully get new people. But and to create loyalty and all that good stuff. But yeah, go to your order history and look at, you can sort that and look at who shopped 5 times last month and tell them, like, hey, I'm starting this club. I thought of you immediately. I really think, you know, if you're already spending $50 a month, I mean, all you're doing is getting rewards. Yeah. And I mean, at the end, when I told everybody, like, every single person's getting rewards, like, the minimum was a $600 party. The max was like $2,200. But I said, you guys committed, you guys spent $50, and the hostess of the lowest club is getting $65 back and 3 half-off items. So, I mean, it pays for itself. It's really a no-brainer to join if they're already shopping. So you may have to do a little bit work getting your first 1 or 2 clubs started. I mean, 2 would be fun because you could do friendly competition, but if you only have 1, you can have them do competition amongst themselves and say whoever has the highest party in that one club gets something extra, kind of like a battle of the hostesses. But you know, you can do whatever spin you want, but yeah, just some different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say get rewarded for shopping anyway. You're shopping anyway, so get rewarded for the shopping you're doing anyway. So
Is there anything to track? Like,
I do keep a list. So I do have a binder, and I do keep a list of each club. And then when somebody shops, like I'll highlight their name or cross off their name. So that's how I track like who shopped that. Because as your clubs grow, like, so I'm sure Gina, I only have 4 clubs right now. So when you have 40 something people, like you'll know that once, you know, you're not going to be able to remember who shopped when, you know?
Yeah, I mean, last month was my first month. I had 36 people, and obviously I wanted to make sure they all held up their commitment and, you know, I didn't hound people. I didn't say, hey, it's the 3rd, you haven't ordered yet. Like, I don't care when they order. I think I just wrote down the names. I pen and paper, like I don't have a binder or anything, but I mean, I guess hopefully it grows and I'll have to have some kind of system, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to track it. I'm gonna figure that out along the way, but I just wrote down the names last month and just did that. But
Katie asked if you had just your VIP ladies or do you have them invite their friends? We want them to invite their friends. We want them to bring new people because the whole idea is getting outside your circle in this business. And so you want them to invite their friends, share their link with their friends. And for some people, it looks different. For some people, they want to do a party and some don't. But I want to make sure that they're constantly sharing that link. I want to get them in my group. So if they don't want to have a party, I did have one that said to me today, she said, I don't know if I want to have a party. And I said, well, listen, why don't you share? I'll give you some things that you can send out to your friends, but at the very least, why don't we share on your personal Facebook wall and in your story that you're doing this if anybody's interested. There's always people that you don't even realize are interested. And so she agreed to that. And so then we're going to work a little bit more on something else. But if she doesn't want to do a party, I'm going to give her stuff that she can text to her friends. I'm at the very least going to give her the new release stuff every single Wednesday with her link for sure.
mm-hmm.
yeah, I just say you don't have to have, there's no requirement to have a party. If they want to, they don't, but I want people to have parties, obviously. What I did is I have like an invite. Another reason why a separate group is important because you can give them info to help them get their sales. So I have like an invite script or whatever that I give them for their wall to invite people for their party. And I usually tag the hostesses of that month in that post. I say, hey, if any of you guys want to have a party, here's a great thing you can post on your wall, include a picture of yourself, whatever. And then it's basically me giving them the invitation, what to say on their wall and make it really simple for them to host. Some of them just want to share the link and they don't want to have an official party, and that's fine. But you can stress the next month when the winning club was the girl that had a party of $2,200 and she got 400 something free stuff and I don't even know, 12 half off items or something like that. I mean, that's going to make more people want to have a party next month for sure. So you just got to hype it up. It's all about creating hype and yeah, keep it simple.
It's way more fun than reaching out to people and saying, do you want to have a party? You know what I mean? No, I do that because it's part of what I have to do in my business is ask for party. I don't say, do you want to have a party, but the asking, but this is more fun for me to book through this way than it is like that straight cold calling, which we have to do sometimes, but this is funner for me.
The only downfall of this that I found so far is that all of my 44 shoppers aren't shopping under my hostess reward, so I'm not getting as much clothes. That's okay because I have way too many clothes. That's literally the only downfall is that I don't have as many parties to cash out because I'm giving all my rewards to all my shoppers. But that's a good thing. I mean, it's a downfall, but it's like the only downfall I can find, really.
But with that paycheck, you can definitely shop.
Right? I could buy my clothes. But I mean,
you can shop your own party link.
Listen, it's creating residual sales. I mean, like I said, the guaranteed minimum this month is $2,200 in sales for me with those 44 committed shoppers. I
And
mean,
I think the fact that you're getting more product. So the more one person, the more clothes they wear, the more they want, the more
mhm,
like they have more variety. It's not like, oh, they just bought an outfit and then 2 months
right.
later they buy another thing. It's like they're getting they're getting a lot at
They'll
once.
try something they may not normally try, things like that. There's so many
They're getting
benefits to it.
attention, they're getting recognition, so it's like taking it to a whole other level. And I think right now, just I can't imagine your club members right now, they have a distraction, like they're paying attention to something totally random, totally different, and you're creating something positive for them. That's cool. I just wanted to, I think my kids are doing the dishes. I love it. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I don't know if you guys, to me, the whole direct sales thing was new. Parties, all this stuff. I can talk to people one-on-one all day long. I can reach out to people and be like, hey, do you want to check this out? Do you want to take a look at what I do? Parties is a little different, right? So to me, it was like, okay, I don't get it. Something that I'm not gonna say I read it all, but I started reading this book, Direct Selling for Dummies. So helpful, because like from the beginning, you see it's about the hostess. When you do parties, it's about the hostess. It's not about you, it's not about your goals, it's not about your dreams, it's about let's spoil the hostess. And when people join the parties, so when you have, I mean, just incorporating into the club, the hostesses that month make it about them getting like that it creates like a bond, even though they're strangers maybe. Like now you're creating bond. Like I love it, like just the fact that it's creating more community. People need that, people want that, and it's only going to increase more loyalty. It's awesome. So this is another one. This one's skinnier if you want. This one is called Facebook Party Secrets of oh wait, it's so weird. Facebook Party Secrets of a Millions Party Girl. I don't know if you guys want to see it. But I kind of like needed to understand the concept of parties because I'm like more of network marketing. That was my background. So understanding this, and it gives you scripts and it gives you ideas. It's like all kinds of things. And it talks about little strategies that could help you. I'm not going to say, I mean, work, obviously do the work, but it has a lot of ideas too that could help if anybody feels like I need to learn a little bit more about the whole concept of parties. Those two books are really great, especially the yellow one. I think is more abundant. But this is super helpful. What other questions do you guys have?
Yeah, there was a few really super cool things that happened in July too, just between my clubs. And this is connecting people to each other. I mean, these are people that were placed together. They didn't know each other before. I paired them. So like, I mean, people were asking like, hey, so-and-so, I know you shop all the time. What would work for me? What's the sizing like? They ask each other because they're all frequent shoppers. They all have a lot of clothes. That's one thing. Another thing, some of them gifted their rewards to some of their club members, which was super awesome. They're just like, hey, Jennifer shopped so much and helped my party so much. Can you give her, 2 of my half off items or whatever? I had two girls that didn't know each other, but they ended up in the same club. So they became friends. The one girl shops every new release Wednesday. And the other one, I guess she's a nurse. And the other girl found out she was a nurse and she was like, oh, I want to gift her, she said she gifted her something just because she was a nurse and she wanted to just do that. Like they're literally forming relationships and bonding with each other. That's cool. And that's all because of this club. So it's like, it's so much more than just, like I said, selling activewear. It's crazy because it's been really eye-opening actually to see. And then like some of them were like, oh, I want so-and-so to get to $1,000. I want to make sure how much more does she need? I want to place an order under whatever. Like they just want to help each other out. Like it's really cool. I didn't expect that to happen. And I mean, it happened in like literally the first month of me doing it. So I can only imagine the bond's going to get stronger and the relationships will get stronger in these clubs. And then hopefully they stick around, they invite friends and it grows. Like that's what I'm hoping, that it's a domino effect. But that's been really cool to see. And yeah, like they're talking to each other, and you know, Heather might be the hostess this month, and Pam shopped a lot, and she's like, you know, she's like, oh, don't worry, we'll shop when you're the hostess too. And they want to support each other. So it's working. It's definitely working. It's fun.
You know, Gina, you just got me thinking that I'm going to spotlight the hostess every single month within the group so that they can connect. If they don't know each other, then now they can connect with each other. If they know this one's a nurse, or this one has 2 kids, or this one's pregnant, or this one's a grandma, that's going to really bond them even more. So that was a really good idea.
There's so much you can do. Just you make it your own, you guys. Have fun with it. I mean, it's like a VIP community. It's crazy, but it's fun. That's what makes your VIP group special and your community special, like doing things like that. And you're not just posting your release Wednesday and posting stock photos all day. You guys want to make it your own for sure. And that's why people shop with you, because they're having fun with you. So
yeah,
sure.
and if anything, one of the takeaways right now, I don't know, I just want to maybe point this out. Even if you don't do the clubs right now, you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm not ready for this. Maybe you don't have loyal customers yet. Things that you can take away from this: go to the dollar store tomorrow, buy a few things. I am so excited. I just got these little things. I can't wait to mail them out to all my customers this month. You're planting seeds. You're breadcrumbing little things. Like you get some, I don't know, candy, maybe that melts right now in the summer, but little things like that, like, oh, I'm so excited about every order this month is going to be entered in a giveaway. Little things like that to create excitement. Okay, like it's not gonna, it's a business this is a business, guys, so you may have to put a little bit up front. It's an investment in your business and in the growth of your business. Just like opening a store, opening a restaurant will entail chairs and napkins and paper plates and like all this stuff. Think of it like that. It's investing in your business so that people feel like, oh, I'm special to you. I want to honor you and the work that you're doing. I want to support you. So those are the things so I'm serious. I'm like, I need to go to Target to get those little things, gifts. And I'm going to put a GoPro camera on Gina. That's what I'm going to do.
I just privately responded to somebody in a chat, but it was supposed to go to everybody, so I'll just answer it out loud. Anyway, the chat messes me up. But anyway, Jen asked if each club gets their own Facebook group. No, I put all of the clubs in one group. So it's outside of my regular VIP group, but I put them all together. And that's because we have, you know, different things that we do with each other, like friendly competition and stuff. They all share, you know, just the free shipping code and stuff like that. And I have a pinned post at the top of my group that basically lays out everything. Each month I update it. And I wish I could show you the pictures, but yeah, that I put them all in one group. I don't have a different group for every club. That's way too many groups. And no, I don't put similar sized people in the same group. I don't even look at that at all. They either pick their group or, I just assign. I just randomly. It's like 4 people commented. Oh, you 4, you're in. Like I don't have any rhyme or reason. Unless they have friends they want to be with, I just randomly put people together. Answer your questions. Sorry, whoever I private messaged.
Mel, what's your experience so far with your I saw your video. I did see when you were introducing it, Melissa.
Yeah, so I have 2 groups right now, and I have a couple of people who ask questions about it that are kind of thinking about it, that if they come through, then I'll have to form another group and find some people to round that out. Can I give like sort of a game plan for people who are thinking about rolling this out and they feel like, because it's a lot. Like I had the privilege of watching Gina do it and taking mental notes, but we've just had an hour and 15 minutes of a lot.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Watch this again if you need to. Absolutely take notes, absorb whatever you need to, but don't overthink it too much. Find a pretty picture Change your VIP group heading to say whatever you want to name your club, coming soon. Get their attention, because when you change your header, people get notifications, right? When you change that image. Then create an event from your computer. Again, everybody gets a notification. So now you know who's curious. It doesn't mean they're all going to do it, but they're curious. Then do your live video, then do your post. So you have the notifications going out so more people see it. Then you have the video for your audio learners. And then you have your post for your readers. And then take that post, send an email. Then private message your best customers. I don't know if you saw, but I'm doing this new thing, and you're a regular, you're special because whatever, you know, your relationship with them is, I think you would be a perfect fit if you're open. Use the word open, not interested. The word interested does not exist in our vocabulary. If you're open, I would love to talk with you more about it.
If
and
not,
just reach out. If not, it's totally
no
cool.
Yeah.
Right. Give them an out.
I love it.
But you know, those little steps, and obviously, you know, you don't have to do it in my exact order. I mean, this is your business, but those little steps are going to allow you, your marketing is your posting, that's your live, that's your header image, that's your marketing. Your marketing is going to reach the people, and then your message is where you're going to water that seed and get the yeses. Does that make sense?
Preach.
That's perfect. And you just gave me like 3 more things for me to do that I didn't even do. I didn't do an event. I didn't change my cover photo. So that's like so much more potential to find more clubs.
I don't know. Gina is like, I don't know. I'm like, where does she get all these people?
You guys, so I mean, just like Stacy had a previous business, it's not my first business either. So I've had a lot of customers follow me to this new business. So my engagement's a little different in my group than somebody that's just starting out. So don't be like, you know, you might not have 9 clubs from a post. Like it
Right,
you may have to do a little bit more creating hype, and it may start with 2 clubs, start with 1 club, start with just a loyalty link. Like I did that for a few months before I even tried. I mean, before Stacy had this mind-blowing whatever, before I was introduced to clubs, I would do loyalty links for some of my shoppers. And I said, you know, because you shop more when you have a loyalty link. You can call it an ambassador link, a loyalty link. But I mean, if you know your orders are going towards perks and incentives, it's basically being a discount rep. But I've done that. Like I've given a few of my shoppers a loyalty link, and I said, you know, if you just want a loyalty link, I'll just shop your own link. And I've had people cash out $1,000 party. They spent $1,000
I
on
have
themselves.
a customer with a party already at 1,000, and she already. I'm like, hey, it's already at 1,000. She orders something, like, I'm gonna open another party link for you. She keeps ordering from the other link, and she refuses to close the other party. She's like, no, not yet. I'm like, okay. All right.
So yeah, if you don't have 4 people, just do a loyalty link, and it's basically the same thing, but it's 4 people shopping a loyalty link together. I mean, that's what it is basically. So like Melissa said, don't complicate it. It's not, we gave a lot of info, but you can break it down and keep it simple, and just think of it as, I mean, I broke it down in my post that Melissa shared on the Google Doc. You plus 3 friends, spend $50 for 4 months, whatever. It's all broken out in that post. And just keep it simple and don't make it sound like a big thing.
I do want to reiterate what you said, Paula and Gina, about we came from someplace else. And so Gina and I, this is how we provide for our family. I quit my job from my other company. So I have 2 choices. This has to work, and I have to work it like a business, or I have to get a job. And I don't want to get a job because I like being home. So we had to burn the boats. And so this is what we have to do. And we treat it like a job. We treat it like a business. You can do it in a smaller scale, but I wouldn't compare. Like My club has, my VIP customer group has exactly half the amount of people that Gina's has. She's been doing it longer than me with Zaya. So she has more, like I have a following for my other company, but my other company wasn't a closed company. So I'm not going to compare, because we know what happens when we compare. We always either fall short, right? So I'm not going to compare myself. I'm going to do what's right for me at my pace and build on my pace. So if you are doing this on the side and you work full time outside the home and you have little kids and you're doing a ton of other things and you can only do one, then just do that one, you know, and just do what you can do for you. But I think that knowing that we didn't start from scratch, because I saw somebody posted a question in there, how long were you with the company before you started doing this? If you're brand new and you feel bold and you're like, you know what, the opportunity is here, I want to take this business to the next level because I know going into the fall, it's even going to blow up even more, then go for it. Don't let the fear hold you back. If you're brand new, go for it. If you've been here forever, you need to twist it up, go for it.
Mm-hmm. I love it. That's good. Oh, thank you for the link again, Mel. I'm creating.
Yeah, the link really breaks it down. It breaks it down.
I'm going to butcher this name, but Juvelin asks if you've ever tried doing it through your VIP group first before branching out to smaller groups. I'm going to say this is your business. If you want to try and run it that way, by all means, do it. This is your business. And if you feel like that would be the most manageable thing for you and it will help you grow and create more like FOMO, fear of missing out, do it, try it, play with it, and then tell us how it goes so we can know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's not, I know you mentioned instead of so many groups, it is an extra group, but it's not every group. Remember, I'm not doing 11 groups. That's, nobody can manage that. It's one extra group. So it is an extra group, but it's not 11, it's not 5, it's 1. I do 1. You can do it however you want. But yeah, I do 1.
So just so you guys see, I'm gonna post a picture on the team page and I'll add resources like the Google Doc and any, I don't know, resources that we catch. If you start, you have questions, like, so we put everything like in one thread in Team Impact, if that you guys think that's helpful.
I can share my email that I sent out too if people want to do the email that I sent. I'll just put it in there too.
Okay, I'll post it right now. And then
my cover photo for my U Club, and my title is U Club, be the best version of you, for you. That's my theme. But I mean, in my cover photo, probably can't see it, but that's the cover photo of my group. I use that awesome group picture of the 4 girls in Stronger Tanks because it's a group of 4. But I made this myself on WordSwag, you guys. I don't even use fancy Canva. I don't even know how to do that. So I made it myself. It says, welcome to the U Club. Hashtag treat yourself. You deserve it. And it says at the top, this is like the simplest way to break it down. It just says you plus 3 friends, reward yourself for shopping, friendly competition, free shipping, slowly transform your closet. That's what I wrote like on the cover photo, which is like basically a very brief description of what the club is. And then you probably can't really see the whole thing, but these little images are my little groups. So it's like team hustle, team leopard, team performance. I gave them cute little names. I'm like running out of ideas. I'm scrolling through the catalog trying to think of another clever name, but I put August, September, October, November. Each has their own little graphic. Each club has their own little graphic, and I put their link in a comment, which for some reason it's not pulling up. But anyway, I put it under their picture, and this is my pinned post. It's my pinned post, and then in the pinned post, I just put like, you know, the little details up at the top. You can't see it, but anyway, that's how I break it down, and I try to keep it very organized. So I don't have like, I just have to change that pin post every month, and it's a little bit of work in the beginning of the month because you have to open a link for every group. But after that, I mean, that's pretty much it. And then I just update. I just do little updates in the group.
You'll have all the links available in your shop, right? Like they can always go on.
Yeah, it's right on my shop. I put it on my website. I mean, it might be crazy looking. There's like too many links open. But if they need to find it, they just go to my website and they can scroll and find it. Or like I said, I pin it at the top of the group and I put it in I have it. Each group has their own graphic with their names and their assigned month. And then in the comments, there's one comment under each picture and it's their link. So if someone needs it, I just tag them in it. I try to keep it really organized like that, easy to find. But that's how I set my group up. And I just made my own little
Funny because
graphic.
I think when you go into somebody's website, like a party base, and you see all these parties, I'm like, he's freaking killing it. And busy people are attracted to busy people. So don't even feel like having a bunch of names there. Like I would create fake parties. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Half the time people can't even find the party anyway and they just check out the party.
Then you move in order. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where I'm stealing this idea from when I was in real estate and I did any realtors in the house. When I was a real estate agent and I did open houses, the day I got to the open house, I filled out like 3-4 names and their phone numbers and everything, so that when people started coming in, they're like, oh shoot, everybody's putting all the information. Because I found like when one person, this is good for parties, when we do in-person events or parties, always like put random names with all the information, because if you don't put a phone number, the next person won't put a phone number. I know some tricks too, right? Okay.
To start doing fake thank you for your orders to create the FOMO in the parties.
She's not on Facebook. Well, that's a good idea. She's not on Facebook. I just sold this on Instagram. She doesn't have Facebook. So thank you, Instagram customer.
I have a friend who's not on Facebook and she gets a thank you every time she orders. And I literally say, thank you, not on Facebook, Laura. She orders almost every single week. And I want that thank you going up so everybody knows, because she's our local jazzercise instructor. I want everybody to know what she's buying because they want them too. Because when they go to jazzercise, they want what she's got.
Hey, faith it till you make it, right? Like Luisa,
Yep.
I see. She's like, I'm on it. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So I think everybody, let's see, I don't know. Are there any other questions? I think we're good. Well, this was so helpful, you guys. It's like, it seems easier done than explaining it. So I'm pretty sure some of us will be hitting your inboxes. Sorry.
Yeah, hopefully we explained it okay. It is a lot, but
it is perfect. I think for me, like maybe the wording, and then once I get the content, I'm like, okay, I like writing it, but it's like, okay, what do I have to say? So we have a Word document. We'll put some of the ideas and resources in that post. And hey, don't be afraid to do it. The best way to learn is failing. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna fail. So thank you so much, Stacy, Gina, Melissa. Thank you so much for sharing with us. That's so awesome. This is the best community ever. Love you guys. Let's go get those goals. Let's go get some of this amazing spandex on people's butts. New releases tomorrow. If you guys haven't seen the post on Instagram, I don't know, but it says, I don't think you people are prepared for what's coming. I don't know. I'm so excited.
pajama.
Go. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. You rock.